Hi everyone, this is Coach Matt. In this video, we're going to talk forechecking again. And we're going to build on the concepts that we discussed in part 1. If you have not yet watched that video, I encourage you to check it out. We'll start this video with a refresher on what is forechecking. Then we will specifically be looking at the 2-1-2 forecheck, and we'll talk through its core concepts and objectives. We'll then diagram the basic 2-1-2 forecheck before we watch a couple of video examples about this aggressive forecheck. Forechecking occurs when the play is either in the offensive zone or the neutral zone and we do not have possession of the puck. Forechecking is how we, as a team, work together to structure ourselves and pressure the opponent in those zones so that we can regain possession of the puck. The core concepts of forechecking starts with our team structure, and it's also referred to as our positioning. In the 2-1-2 forecheck, just like the 1-2-2, we want to have multiple layers to our structure. The objective of the 2-1-2 forecheck is to quickly pursue and disrupt the play early so that we can force a turnover. This first diagram shows the multiple layers of a 2-1-2 forecheck. As you can see, we have two players, F1 and F2, who are aggressively pursuing the puck. F3 is covering high in the middle of the ice, and they're forming the second layer of the forecheck, while our two defensemen are back near the blue line, forming the third layer. Now let's break down how this forecheck works. When there is a loose puck, our two closest players to it, F1 and F2, aggressively move to the puck. It doesn't matter if you're the right wing, center, or left wing, or a defenseman. If you're the closest players to those pucks, you're pursuing them. We call this core concept pursue and disrupt because we want to quickly pursue the play and disrupt the opponent before they can make a play with the puck. F1's job is to specifically disrupt the opponent by skating fast, legally using her body and body positioning, stick checking, and whatever else to separate the opponent from the puck. F2 aggressively supports F1 and is there to retrieve the loose puck. While F1 and F2 aggressively pursue and disrupt the play, F3 is covering high in the middle of the ice. They are like a hawk reading the play and ready to anticipate where the puck is going to go next. Our two defensemen move into the zone just inside the blue line. Our strong side D, D1 in this diagram, is reading the forecheck and may cheat down a little in anticipation of pinching hard if the puck comes up their boards. D2 is our safety. They cover the middle of the blue line and they don't let any opponent get behind them. The ideal result of the 2-1-2 forecheck is that F1 and F2 successfully pursue and disrupt the play before the opponent has a chance to move the puck. F1 using her body to disrupt while F2 swoops in and retrieves the puck. From there, we go on offense. The next best result is that our initial pressure forces the opponent to make a hurried play, maybe a bad pass up the strong side boards or over to the opposite corner. Either way, if our players are reading and anticipating well, we can move to force a turnover in those spots as well. Let's look at if the opponent tries an up breakout, which is passing the puck up the strong side of the boards, the strong side boards to their winger. Here, if D1 is able to move into the zone early and reads the up breakout, they have the option to pinch hard and force a turnover along the half boards. In this scenario, F3's job is to read the up breakout pass and quickly angle back towards the blue line to cover for their pinching defenseman. However, it should be noted that D1 may not always be in a good position to pinch. When this happens, D1 has the option to bail out of the zone, keeping the play in front of her. F3 still angles back towards the blue line, but now they are looking to pursue the puck carrier, whether it's the wing carrying the puck out of the zone or potentially the opponent's center picking up a puck and coming up. Either way, F3 is looking to pursue with a good angle that pinches that opponent into the boards before they gain the red line. It is also important to note that F1 and F2 must aggressively backcheck. If the opponent plays an over breakout pass to the opposite corner, F1 aggressively follows the puck and they continue their pursuit. However, F2 and F3 will swap roles. F3, like a hawk, will dive down into the opposite corner to pursue and disrupt that play, while F2 will rotate out to cover high in the middle of the ice. Our two defensemen rotate over to the other side, with the new strong side D moving in to pinch if available, and our new weak side D taking the role of the safety. Let's watch a couple video examples of the 2-on-2 forecheck. In the first video, we'll see a loose puck and two forecheckers aggressively pursue and disrupt the play. They ultimately force a hurried pass up the strong side boards where their defenseman is pinching and forces a turnover on the half boards. Let's watch this a couple times, and I'm curious what else you might notice. In our second clip, the opponent has full possession of the puck with some time and space. Because of this, we see the forecheck really begins more like a 1-2-2. But once F1's aggressive pursuit forces the puck carrier to retreat, we see F2 quickly join and the forecheck really turns into the classic 2-1-2. And they force a turnover and create a scoring attempt. Let's watch. It is important to note that different game situations may dictate whether or not we use an aggressive 2-1-2 forecheck or a more conservative 1-2-2 forecheck. The best teams in hockey are able to evolve their forecheck on the fly as the play unfolds. Generally speaking, we use a 1-2-2 forecheck if the opponent already has possession of the puck and they have time and space. But when there's a loose puck or a race to a puck, we want to aggressively forecheck with a 2-1-2. What other situations might make sense to use the aggressive 2-1-2 forecheck or the conservative 1-2-2 forecheck? Think about that. Thank you for watching, and we'll see you at the rink.